Go. Alright, we're going to be doing some turn-ins.
When mounted on the back of a wind rider, one sees that its reputation for strength
I need to
and
head
speed
all the
is
way
well
over
earned.
to the other continent to turn in this last RFC quest. And I am way over leveled for the rest of these things at this point, but we'll get through them. Now that RFC's done, and we don't run dungeons multiple times on this dude, we are going to start prepping for Wailing Caverns. I need to remember to reset these things at the beginning. When did I... That's funny, I don't remember equipping the Cauldron Stirrer. Weird. So now I can sell this and this. Oh, hey. Let's see.
Yep.
What's that?
Got my turn-ins. I'm just getting my training.
Gotcha. Yeah, and that's where I'm heading to do is the turn-ins. Well, the one turn-in I've got there. And then he'll be ready to prep for WC at that point.
Whirl, shield, dispel.
Did you see the RFK clip?
No, I hadn't looked at it yet. I like playing the game more than I like watching it.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
short clip from when we almost died that time or two.
Yeah. Yeah. The full video, I have time stamped so you can click to the different points and a couple of close calls and all the bosses. But yeah, I have the link to. I put it in the chat in Discord too, but it's kind of where we get down to my lowest, which was I got down to 75 health. And as I'm watching it, I'm like, if I'd have died, it would have been 100% my fault. Like I didn't do anything. I was literally just like, I'm going to die. I didn't switch to defensive stance. I didn't put my shield on. I didn't, do my intimidating shout, which I could have done. I did try to use a health pot, but I was out, so that didn't do anything, obviously. That's about the one thing I did, and I was like, I kind of would have deserved it if I had died, because I just didn't even try to do anything.
You took the time to look for a health pot, and then when you didn't have a health pot, you panicked.
Yeah.
Well,
I was
I'm
definitely
going to
surprised how quickly
Barons.
they took me down.
Oh, it takes you down quick. And I was trying to get to a hill, but I don't know if it shows that on the. But I was kind of starting to panic too, and I wasn't getting what I want. I didn't have you targeted, and it used to be those raid frames you could do like F1 through 12 or something like that. Link them to an F button, and you could just target them that way.
Yeah, I thought that was still the default.
It may be. It doesn't say so when I open the raid frames. And I didn't want to take a chance on being incorrect on it. And it doesn't show how the targeting is in here.
Yeah, for me, I still click. I just click on it in the raid frame, and then I hit my heal button, whatever the heal button is. I don't have macros or anything set up. I just have the abilities mapped, and then click and click. I did try on one of my healers a long time ago to do the mouse over macro stuff, but at the end of the day, I just messed up too many times. Like, all it really helped me do was mouse over something on the raid frame and then click a button. So I didn't go all the way to having like HealBot or something where you just click and it does the whatever configured heal you have is. I never did that far.
Where do you unlock the raid frames?
Just an interface. You scroll down a little bit and it says use raid style party frames, I think it is. Let's see, options, interface.
But I mean, how do you unlock?
Oh, hang on, I'll be right back. One of the kiddos was having some issues. Alright, so let me invite you so you can do it, unless you're already in a group right now.
No, I'm in no group.
Okay, so if you have raid style party frames already, then on the left you should see that little pull-out drawer.
Yeah.
and then there's an unlock
Got the
button.
pull-out drawer, and I got the buttons.
So there's an unlock button, and then your thing turns into a little tabbable, clickable thing,
Ah,
and you can move
okay.
it. And if you click on the bottom tab, you can shorten it because it's super tall by default, and you can shorten it down to about the height you need, including some room for pets, and then drag it where you want, and then when you relock it, the tabs go away. And then the other thing I like to do is in the options where under interface, if you scroll down to raid frames, there's a checkbox for use raid style party frames, but then there's a couple other options. I like to check keeping groups together, displaying power bars, class colors, and pets. And then the other ones
So
are on
you can,
already.
so you can put it. If I put it right under my feet, it should be all right, right?
Yeah, that'll be fine. And if you like it that way, you can also, one of the other options is to make it horizontal instead of vertical. And then that kind of fits better down there if that's your desired UI. Is I keep mine vertical and I put it to the kind of to the left of my character. But I see a lot of people like it like horizontal and underneath them.
So I'm gonna leave it like that for now, I think. But I don't see the other option for. I got the raid targeting there.
The other you have to go into escape options interface, and then there's more options for your raid frames in the big config menu.
Party style raid frames, raid profile, keep groups together.
Yeah.
We got sort by role. Display class colors, maybe?
Yeah, I do that too. I display power bars, display class colors, display pets, display main tank and assist, border, and debuffs. I pretty much have just about everything on. Dispellable debuffs I don't have checked. That's pretty much all I activate. I don't even have you said something about sorting by something? I didn't see that.
Sort by class color, display by display class color.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that one I have.
But on mine, it just shows gray and black.
Yeah, yeah. So for right now, once you do display class colors, it's going to be like mine's like a light brown and yours is like a gray because that's what priests are, is gray, and warriors are brownish, light brown tan, and then shamans are pink-ish.
We'll see. It may turn that off.
And something I never look at, but you might be interested in, is there's the display health text option too, and it defaults to none, but you can do
Yeah,
health.
I've got it. I've got it on health lost right now.
Okay.
And that seemed to work all right. And that tells you how big a heal you need at that moment in time.
Yeah, that's a good way to think about it.
And if you uh, if you lose 200 health, and I need a spell that's going to be around 200, throwing you a lesser heal for 50 damage is not going to help you much.
Yeah.
I didn't like throwing that big heal very often because it pulls a lot of aggro. But that'll heal you for 350 damage.
Yeah. Yeah, if I remember right, when Rosie was in RFC, I pretty much only used that once on Togamaron.
Well, I had to use it a few times on you. I don't know if you just had weak armor or you was just pulling that kind of threat and we wasn't DPSing that hard.
Yeah.
You got to remember, you only had 3 DPS because I wasn't doing any DPS.
Yeah, and one of them died, so really just 2 DPS. Fell in the
Well, yeah.
dark.
Well, I was counting you as a DPS because you were doing something. You were swinging a blade.
Yeah.
You might have been at the end of the DPS damage meter, but so I guess I'm ready to go to the Barrens, do Axeloth, and catch up some of these gray quests.
Yeah. I've only got one great quest, securing the lines. Oh, of course, that's not even in the Barrens. At
I've
the
got
Barrens,
a
I managed to get him to green.
I've got a int buff for 15, and I've got 1,200 mana. But yeah, I managed my health well. I forgot to give you these scrolls, but
That's okay.
I had a scroll of spirit I meant to pop for myself, and I kept forgetting to. But I did remember to get a strong some melon juice, the strongest mana potion I could get. Heard somebody say that once too. Is that the thing about those potions? Yeah, they're more expensive to get the higher levels, and they might be more than you got, but the higher the rate is on on the mana that you can recover, the higher recovery rate is.
Yeah. Yeah, get to full faster.
You don't have to stop for as long to recover. And that's like when you went on that first one fight. I was trying to get a drink, and the other thing is I'd like to have a way to target myself a lot faster, so that whenever I want to, and this may help
Yeah, there's 2 ways
with
to
it
do
right in
that.
front, with it right
Um,
in front of my face.
yeah, that's true too. But there's also another way to do that, depending on whether you use the keys or not. But by default, I think, and I think this is still true, by default, if you hit Alt and press something, then it'll always target yourself, whatever you're doing.
All right, never mind. Yeah, okay. Talking about
But
key bindings now, right?
not really key bindings, but like the game out of the box it's like a self-targeting. Let me see what it's called. It's called self-targeting, I think, and it basically says by default, if you hit this key, it'll target yourself on a spell.
Well, I was right. I just hit F1, F2, and I'm F1, and you're F2.
There you
So
go, nice.
all I got to do now is just keep my hand up on them F keys and target whatever I want to target. And keep my button over toward the heels.
Yeah, and it's pretty much what I do. I don't self-target. I don't mess with it. Just like literally, just I'm clicking in the raid party frames. I haven't tried the F keys yet, so I'm just a clicker as far as that goes. Just click and then press whatever. I should get used to the F keys. That could probably be better.
It'd be easier access to the characters, but sometimes you try to DPS as well as throw a wand as well as try to heal. And for me to do that, I have to look at who I'm targeting, and because I've had too many times as a warrior or as a hunter, I tab target and hit the wrong damn target, and it pulls another group. Or I get in a hurry to target and target the wrong guy.
Yeah. Yeah, so what I'm thinking about is in the interface options under combat, there's a special section for self-cast. And what it says is when this is enabled, friendly target spells that you cast while you have a non-friendly target or no target will automatically be cast on you. And then there's one mode of it. There's 3 modes: auto, key press, and auto and key press. For the key press mode, it says hold down the selected key to cast spells on yourself regardless of who you have targeted. So if you set, and then once you select it, you can say, it says what key you want to press. So if you've got that enabled, for example, and your heal is like the number 1 key, if you hit Alt 1, doesn't matter who you have targeted, Alt 1 is always going to heal yourself instead of whoever you have targeted.
I
I've
got
never
all
done
the
it that way, but
defaults on right now.
yeah, this one wasn't the default. I was wrong. I thought it was the default. But yeah, if you go into interface, gameplay, combat, it's at the bottom-ish for self-cast. And that one's one, like I said, I always thought about using that one because it's kind of like some people write macros for it because they don't realize it's built into the game.
Well, under combat, I don't see that. I see
It's near
all
the,
the from enable floating game text is gray. Oh, down there. Okay.
yeah, way down there's a self-cast section.
Show healing, show pet damage, self cast, auto.
Yeah, so that's the default is self-cast auto. And then if you change it to key press, you can pick a key that if you hold that key
If you
while
do
you're
not have a
shifting.
friendly target, what I need is.
Well, if you look at this, if you mouse over the options, it says for key press, hold down the selected key to cast spells on yourself regardless of target. Doesn't matter if it's a friendly or non-friendly. I know at the top it makes it sound weird, non-friendly target. So definitely something to test. Where are you? We can test it. Because I
Well,
tried.
key press automatically cast friendly spells on yourself. If you do not have a friendly target, you can also hold down the selected key. Which is the selected key, though?
Once you select the key option, it'll give you another selector to select which key you want to use.
Ah,
I'm going to come to you so we can test it out. Or you can actually select
I
an
would have
NPC.
to. Alt Control Shift.
That's a lot of buttons.
No, it's one or the other.
Oh, I see. I was like, wow, you gotta press them all.
I want to think about maybe Shift.
So I'm right here. If you select me and then hold shift and your keybind for heal, it should heal yourself. Even if I'm selected. If it works. There you go. Nice. And that's another way to bubble yourself. So now if you hold shift and bubble, even if you select me, it should bubble you.
Wait, that's what I wanted.
Awesome.
I just got to remember to hold Shift whenever I want to bubble.
Yeah. Now what that might mean is that out in the wild, like if you don't select anything, does it still let you just bubble and that bubbles you? Like without having to
If
press
I'm
shift?
targeted on an enemy target, then it should already be. It should come to me.
Yeah, it'd be worth testing. I don't want you to die because we changed some key binding and they're like, well, you changed it to that.
Uh,
Oh wait,
I'm
you know what?
going
There's a
to.
both. There's a both option under there. There's a both.
I'm going to. Fixing to go to Barrens anyway. I'll kill a plane strider. That's not going to kill me.
Yeah, if it does, definitely check out the other option. There's an auto. So there's the options are none, auto, key press, and the final option is auto and key press. So it might be worth trying those out. Anyway, I think I'm ready to hearth. What do I got to do over here? Book of wool. I don't think I need anything over here. I think I'm hearthing.
Did you get your armor training? Where you're training? No, you're 17. You need
Yeah,
one
I'm
more
only
level.
17. I did get my talent point spent though.
going to Argamar, and then I got to run to the crossroads. I never did figure out whether it's closer to run from Organar to
adventurer. My name is
the
Tauren.
bridge, Firewatch
Defenses
Outpost, or
here
if
in the
it's
name of the war chief. Please feel free to make yourself at home.
Yeah.
As long as you mind your business, no one should have any problem with you taking up some space.
That probably means
There
it's
are many
about the
threats to our
same.
safety here. If you've already become familiar with the lay of the land, speak to the others here. Perhaps they have tasks for you to do.
Have you ever been to Ashenvale?
but I always go from here because it means I have to run back to get to it, and I hate running back.
And we can always use some new recruits to help defend our new fronts. If you think you are up to it, see Kadrak in the Northern Barrens at the Watchtower. He is heading up the Ashenvale campaign and can give you further orders.
Okay, sell some junk, sell some leftovers. I might just wear these Savannah bracers. The armor is less, but they actually have stats.
What do you need?
Yeah, much less.
It was 45 armor versus 33 armor.
Yeah, I'd probably take the stats.
Yeah, the stats are 3 stamina, so I think it's worth it.
For the Horde.
Nope. I made a few extra bandages, that's okay. Alright, I think I got a log. I'll park it here and do some Barrens questing next time.